Welcome to Year 9 News with Casey Hukins. Today with me, I have Mrs. Adriana Parra, who is also my grandmother. We call her Nanny. So Nanny, would you mind answering a few questions for me today?
No, not at all. It's fine.
Okay, well to start off, we can start with a simple one. Do you think that you follow the Ten Commandments and some of the Beatitudes?
Yes, I think I do. I go to church regularly, keeping holy the Sabbath. I don't have any other gods before me, such as money or worldly goods. And I treat neighbours as I like to be treated, as God expects us to do. So yeah, I do believe that I do honour those Ten Commandments.
So the next question is, you're involved in Rotary. How long have you been involved in Rotary?
For a long time, since about 2003 I officially joined, but before that we sort of did a lot of voluntary work through Rotary without me being a Rotarian. So yes, no, I've been in it a long time, and I would miss it if I wasn't in it.
So why do you choose to volunteer your time and help others?
Just that, to help others, and in helping others it makes you more humble and feel good about yourself.
Do you think that you've ever faced any struggles that have made you closer to God?
Definitely. And I can give you one instance that I think I should tell you. When your Poppy and I first split up, if Lee, your auntie, had not put the rosary beads on top of my pillow, that's what started my true faith and kept me going, and I think I became a lot stronger in my faith because of that. And even now, if I'm troubled in any way, I still reach for the rosary beads and I start saying the rosary. So yes, that has definitely made me closer to God.
Are you involved in any volunteering programs at the moment besides Rotary?
Besides Rotary, I just volunteer at church. I do the music for church, and at the moment nothing else other than the church and Rotary, no.
What are a few things you have done previously that have to do with your volunteering work?
Meals on Wheels. I was involved in Meals on Wheels for almost 10 years. I did Red Cross Telecross, where you phone an elderly person every day in their home to make sure that they're still okay and not needing anything. I was a regular blood donor. So yeah, that amongst other things, and keeping the children happy.
Do you feel proud about the things you've accomplished in your life?
I definitely do, especially having 12 grandchildren like you. Yes, I'm very proud of what I've achieved and where I've come, especially these last few years.
And you've helped people not just from our country, but also from other countries abroad.
In the Philippines mainly, yes. And that was a big time in my life. I did that for about 8 years, going to the Philippines on a regular basis, 3 or 4 times a year. And there we had medical missions, helped build houses, clothing, feeding programs, education programs, and we were physically involved in all those programs. Like when we rebuilt schools, we would physically do painting and carpentry work and everything like that. So it was very hands-on. Even the medical missions, triage in the medical missions. So yeah, that was my main job. So it was very rewarding.
And in 2007, you brought home a little girl over for surgery?
Faith. We knew about Faith since she was 18 months old, but to find Faith was a very, very challenging aspect because she was in Mindanao. Mindanao is a rebel country, a rebel area, and so it took us a long time to find her. We found her when she was about 3, finally brought her out when she was about 4, and that started the initial repair for her cleft palate and amniotic banding. That was not just cleft palate, it was an amniotic banding, and then she had one eye was totally gone, all due to amniotic banding. And so the doctors at Westmead Hospital were very good at repairing. She stayed at our house and her mum stayed at our house. And then they went back and came back for a second operation about a year later. And fixed her up as well as could be. And then the final operation was done in the Philippines because that was to finish the closing of her palate so she could actually speak and eat normal foods. So yeah, it was very rewarding to see that. She's grown into a lovely young lady.
Do you think that things such as these are some of your greatest achievements?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, I think so. I'm proud of what I've done and where I've come, and especially my children and grandchildren.
Well, thank you very much for letting me interview you today. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you, Casey.
And that's all for tonight. But tune in again for another religion talk that could come in the near future.